Also this afternoon at 23 minutes after 2, people living in care homes in England will be able to have visits from family and friends by Christmas if the visitors test negative for COVID-19, the government has said. More than 1 million coronavirus tests will be sent to care homes over the next month to allow safe indoor visits. Each care home resident will be able to nominate 2 loved ones to see them twice a week, regardless of which coronavirus tier they are in. Let's speak with Ylenia Angeli, who you may remember we spoke to about a month ago. She was arrested after put into handcuffs after taking a 97-year-old mum out of a care home. She joins us now. Nice to have you with us again. How are you, by the way? Since the cuffs have come off and you've got used to talking to people like me about the experience.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster, and my goodness, it's taking some handling all this. It really is.
What are you making of this story today, then? Have you been able to see your own mother since those dreadful events where you were put into handcuffs and thrown into the back of a police car?
No, I haven't been able to see her. I've been making requests. I've been in touch with the care home, with the social workers. And in fact, today I rang the care home because of the new government guidelines saying that families, should they receive, should they have a corona test, which proved negative, they would be allowed entry. And I spoke to one of the admin staff at the home, and she was very non-committal. She said that they didn't have the lateral testing equipment available at the home. Okay. There was no indication as to if they were even going to get them in.
But wouldn't it be you that would need the test, not the person in the home?
No, it's the visitors have got to be tested. So I did suggest that we have a testing station in York, which is quite close by. And I said, well, how about I go and get tested? And if I have a negative test result, can I please come in and see my mother as soon as possible? And I was told, oh, well, no, not necessarily, because there are, it's to do with risk management. And so this is another barrier that's just been put up. So
risk management. Well, what's the risk if you're COVID free?
Yeah, what exactly. Would the risk be? I mean, that's exactly what I'd like to know. I have no idea that this is what we're being asked to do, and then suddenly it's well, no, we have to sort of put this risk management in place. But personally, I feel that they don't want me in because they may think that I will set off with my mother again.
Yeah, I did. I was about to say, do you think that they might be thinking you're going to leg it again? Do you think that could be their thinking?
I think that's a very valid reason why they're probably putting up all the barricades to stop me going in. I think they don't trust me, which is just as well, because they
yeah, but I'm assuming you're not planning another breakout, Ylenia.
You never know. Watch this space. I mean, we are so tired of just waiting and ticking boxes. There's we've discovered that my mother has a DOLS, that's deprivation of liberty section, issued to her without family being informed. And we sort of looked into this quite a lot. It is actually unlawful what they have done, because there should have been a family representative attending this meeting, or had a family member not been available, they were to get a paid representative to speak on behalf of my mother. But nothing was done, wow. And so they've gone ahead. They've issued her this deprivation of liberty, and so they're saying that because she is now she more or less, they have custody of her because of this, and yet it's unlawful. So we're actually fighting this legally at the moment.
It seems, just extraordinary to think that somebody on the other end of the phone in an admin department calls and tells a daughter that she probably can't see her mother. I mean, just hearing it like that, it's absolutely outrageous, right?
yeah, it was the way that she spoke to me as well. This is the same member of staff that I had issues with, when I was arrested. She, yeah, she needs a few lessons in diplomacy, I think, and how to deal with people. But she was trying to override me all the time. She wasn't letting me speak. She was very loud. She was quite aggressive towards me, and wouldn't really let me speak properly.
But surely whatever she thinks of what you did before, it's not for her or the home to make that specific judgment. I mean, whatever the rights and wrongs of that were, we're now in a new chapter here. And if the government advice is that you can, with a negative COVID test, see a relative twice a week, then one would have thought that's the new regulations, right?
Absolutely. That's what I think. That's what we all thought. But I think the problem is that the care managers, it's not uniform across the country. In the care home that my mother's in, the council have given the care home like full authority to do whatever they think fit, whatever they think best, and they don't seem to be managing or supervising it. It's also the same with the safeguarding issue that I brought up in May, which was given to the council, but the council gave it straight back to the home to do an internal investigation with. And I'm thinking, well, and they haven't followed it up. I think now that we've brought it back to their attention, they are, sort of jumping around a bit and re-looking at it. But it's like, is this what's happening? That, these private care homes are business units, and they're sort of a little law unto themselves. And even the council or the social workers don't seem to have any jurisdiction when it comes to what they're doing.
Are you hopeful that the legal advice you're seeking will result in a quick decision that will make it so that you can see your mum over Christmas?
Yes, I'm hoping very much for this outcome, but with every day that goes by, my mum's 97. She's so frail. Her deterioration when we saw her was great, and that was a month ago. And with every day that passes, it's just heartbreaking, because will I ever see her again? Will I ever be able to talk to her? Yeah. There's always too many delays all the time.
I get it. Ylenia, thank you for speaking with us again. And we may speak again before Christmas, and I certainly hope you're able to put right that thumping wrong, because, whatever the implications of it, we're talking about people wanting to see their own mum. And as she just described them, and she hit the headline, if you didn't catch the beginning, hit the headlines, of course, when she left the care home with her mum, found herself down the road at a garden centre. The police arrived, a few of them as well. She was in the handcuffs. She was put in the back of the police car. Her mother was taken back to the care home. Now, that may not be the conventional way you get to see your mum, but you can see the levels of frustration. I think many people would be drawn to that. If that was my mum that was in a care home and I was unable to see her, I can totally understand why somebody might want to take some kind of evasive action in that respect. Some urgent action in that respect. 0344 499 1000. We'll watch that story with interest. But that was certainly the news today, that it will be possible that 1 million coronavirus tests will be sent to care homes over the next month to allow safe indoor visits. And each care home resident will be able to nominate 2 loved ones to see them twice a week. So as long as you've had the test and you've got the negative paperwork to say so, you should be able to see your relatives.